natural way of fighting the Slavia. You don't allow any Medan variations, you don't allow these d takes c4 big lines in, for example, d takes c4 and also e6. You have two very big major systems. So white actually likes to play e3, leads to some positional game. I immediately recall that Kramnik used to be a very big expert. Barayev was also playing in the Alpha. Those are the guys who really, you know, develop this system on the very highest level, and it got a reputation like this is almost like a main line. I mean, definitely not something that black should underestimate. In fact, black still struggles a bit to find a very clean way back to for equality. I mean, it's a playable system, and I really like from Pragg, yeah, that we see that he's very dynamic, he's very aggressive player, but at the same time he also likes positional setup, so it's not just like he wants to attack all the time. It's a very nice positional setup with lot of dynamics, and a very interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff. I mean, you just look at the position, but this is what we were talking about as well, just their style of play, right? It guarantees a creative position, a creative metagame. And looking at the pawn structure that we've got, just how unconventional it looks already, this is going to be a fun ride. Meanwhile, action has started on the other boards as well. Let's jump and see what...
I need to go g4, g5, because one needs to be very careful with such a move, yeah, because whenever white pushes g5, that weakens the f5 square. So it's a big question is why black will be in time to, for example, maneuver his knight to f5 and he will have fantastic position. But that's what I say, it's always move and move. Black has to watch out, and by playing the move g5 you simply eliminate these options, and you kind of also ask white, okay, please show me how you're going to improve your position. Bishop d2, bishop d7, long castle, play knight b6, a very typical way of putting pressure on this construction. Yeah, now white has to release the tension. Pushing c4, c5 is not really an option here because black can just return to d7 and then break things up with b7, b6. So obviously white's idea is to capture on d5, cd5, cd5, king b1, knight c4, and bishop c1. I mean, it's a very ambitious move in a sense that Pragg wants to keep the two bishops. On the other hand, is knight takes d2, I mean, if black would to move, would black really give up his incredibly beautiful knight on c4 for his bishop on d2? It's a big question.
Big question. Well, Pragg says, I'm not going to let you answer this one, just falls back bishop to c1 here. Also, defending that b2 pawn, which potentially could be a weakness once black goes b5 and tries to open up the b5. In our chat, Mani is asking, we were talking about this g5, g4 threat that looked very dangerous in the Jordan era game, that how can white fight against that? And I think it's just a very difficult threat to fight against if we just bring that position up on our board one more time, because we've had a few moves.
So after king g7, Pragg went g6, giving the pawn. We talked about that, yeah, this pawn you don't need. Knight c3, g takes f7, a piece sacrifice, knight takes g2, rook g1, rook h2 on the board.
Oh my god,
and bishop f4.
Alright, so you're hitting the rook on h2, you're hitting the queen on c7. If knight takes f4, there's rook takes g4, hitting that knight. So the only move would be, well, if you move the king, then you pick up the knight. The only move would be knight g6. By the way, we have this line on the board. It was a forcing line. And after knight g6, you're down a piece. But look at that king and knight, Peter. Let's just have rook g1 on the board because, the knight e5 is also very tempting.
Yes, exactly. I mean, both is tempting. Pragg is done to a minute. Yeah, he goes knight e5 immediately.
Is Pragg just crushing this?
Could easily be. Let's not forget that if black moves with the rook to h6, okay, you can just continue with rook to g1. But at some point, even a move like queen e8, once the queen c2 threat disappears, queen e8 will be also there as a move.
Queen e8 is such a stunning idea. It's just incredible. Knight e5 on the board. The one thing I've seen about Pragg, he's got this stealth defense when things are difficult. But once he gets the chance at the upper hand in the game, it's very often very difficult for the opponent to come back. We saw that in match 1 as well against Jordan. And Peter, Shak is in big trouble, and I'm really wondering what was the turning point. Maybe we'll have a deeper look at that once the games are over, because we were all praises for Shak's play.
Yeah, well, Shak I think played very nicely, but at some point he lost he lost the grip. Yeah, he was maybe too euphoric. Yeah, that maybe. I mean, after this g6, he still kind of blitzed out his moves, and Pragg find this incredible idea of this piece sacrifice and then bishop f4, and now things are really, yeah, rook g6, king h7.
It just looks like white should be checkmating really soon. Okay, let's try and look at some lines. The queen
yeah, well, I mean, we also have a move like rook g7 check, but actually just very nice, because king g7, rook g2, the same idea, yeah, wonderful, yeah, because the rook takes g2 runs into queen h3 check, and then you collect the rook and solve all your problems, because actually black was also settling checkmates, and if you take the queen, then you take first the rook with the check, after you can take the rook, you can even start mating with rook g1.
Yeah, it looks like there's probably a mate down there if you go into this line. Rook g2, a really nice move, and look at that, Shakhriyar Mamedyarov resigns. Pragg wins the first game of their 4-game match in a match where clearly, at least on paper, Shak was a big favorite.
Yes, and also with what an incredible style, yeah, he basically beat Shakhriyar with his own medicine, yeah, with his own trademark attacking style. Wow, I mean, we have to, if we get the chance in the break, take a look at this g6, that what happened here, because